like a dreamer. Fly all over the world. Open your shut so the world can see. You're a beautiful pearl. Live your day like you mean it. And don't forget who you are. You're free to go anywhere. There's no distance too far. And I just can't get enough of your energy. I just can't get enough. You're the spark shining in the dark. Oh, 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 oh. Love.
Welcome to It Is What It Is with Cindy Seville. I am so excited you're here. We have a wonderful show in store for you today. But before we start, we're going to talk about mitzvah time. What is a mitzvah? You guys probably know what a mitzvah is by now if you've been following along and watching all our shows. But I'll tell you, a mitzvah is a good deed. And I'm all about good deeds. There's so many things happening in this world that aren't good. So I like to make a point of doing something good every day. And I challenge you all to do something good also. Do a mitzvah every day. It's a beautiful thing. It makes you feel good. It actually, for me, I find myself, I call myself a little selfish because when I do good for somebody, it makes me feel good. So the more I do for others, the better I feel. So it's a little selfish in a way. But anyways, I'm going to tell you about a special mitzvah that happened this past weekend. I had this bracelet right here. It says, I love boobies. And I love this bracelet. So a new friend of mine that I met through Facebook. Facebook is wonderful for social media, for, connecting. So all social media for connecting with people that you never normally would have connected with. But this bracelet, I love boobies, came from a friend of mine named Al. And I met Al this weekend, and Al learned about my story on Facebook, on social media, and he learned about my breast cancer journey. He learned about my book. And so, we got to know each other through social media. And when I finally got to meet him, he brought me this bracelet. Now, this bracelet has a lot of personal meaning to him. I won't get into all of that. But because of that personal meaning, that he attributes to this bracelet, that's what meant the world to me, that he parted with this, and this was his last one. He gave me his last one. So Al, thank you. You warmed my heart. You made me smile. My life is all about boobies. Breast cancer journey, breast cancer survivor. My life is about, breast cancer related causes, and helping others. So I love boobies means the world to me, but especially because it meant so much to you, this bracelet. Thank you so much, Al. That's a mitzvah. A mitzvah is a good deed. A mitzvah is doing something big or small. It could be a smile, something that makes somebody feel good. So I challenge all of you to do a mitzvah every day. And after you do the mitzvah, send me a message. I want to learn about your mitzvot, which is plural for mitzvah, many mitzvahs. Do mitzvahs and let me know about them. Share it with the world because I want to share them on my show. All right? Now, we have giveaways every week, and the only way to win a giveaway is to comment, like, and share the show. Now, our show, you can see our show everywhere. It is all over the place, all over the internet. So our guest today, her name is Katie Thayer, and she is a massage therapist in addition to a life coach. So she is generously donating a 90-minute massage. That's incredible, a 90-minute massage session. She's located in Connecticut by the casinos, so how perfect. Schedule a trip to the casino and get your massage in there also. So 90-minute massage, and she does, and she's going to explain this better than I will when she comes on, but she creates these gorgeous, gorgeous pieces that's wood burning, and she finds these pieces of wood in the woods. In the woods, she finds these pieces, she cures them, and she creates these magical pieces. And this is going to be one of our giveaways also. It is gorgeous. It is heavy. So whoever gets this, I'm going to be paying a lot of shipping for this one. So you lucky winner. So we have two giveaways. Remember, comment, like, and share in order to be entered to win the raffles, or the giveaways rather. Katie Thayer, she is our guest. As soon as we come back from the commercial break, you're going to meet her. She's a fabulous, inspirational woman. I met her probably about 5-6 years ago and fell in love with her. She's just a kind of person you fall in love with immediately. Very inspirational, very sincere, authentic, and I can't wait till you meet her. So don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back after this commercial break. I'll see you in a minute.
Silvermine at Home, a Connecticut-based non-medical home care agency servicing Connecticut and parts of New York. Silvermine caters to their clients' needs while offering peace of mind to their families so their loved one can age in place and live their best life possible. Call today to see how they can make a difference in you or your loved one's life. Our family caring for yours. Visit silvermineathome.com or call 203-228-5007.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is with Cindy Saville. We have Katie Thayer here today. I cannot wait till you meet her. Katie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So great to see you.
I'm so happy you made it. I know it was quite a drive, but I thank you for being here.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure to be in your energy.
Oh, well, same here. I felt that the minute I met you, and we go back a good 6 years, I believe.
Yes.
And yes, when I got into motorcycle riding, that's when I met you.
Yes. And I believe you were 50s pinup style the very first time I met you, and I was like, who is this bombshell?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you know, that was something I never thought I would do. It's amazing. Doors open when you put yourself out there. I almost backed out of that, and I'm so glad. I was so nervous, and it was in a bad place in life, going through the cancer, and I pushed myself. And you know, when you push yourself, we're going to talk about all of this, you know, doors open, things happen, and magic.
You meet great people.
Yes, like you. So you are living proof that, you know, first of all, bodies are beautiful. This is my thing.
Yes.
Bodies are beautiful. Whether we are heavy, we're thin, we're, you know, tall, we're short, whatever it is, blonde, brunette, we're beautiful. We're all beautiful. And you have quite a story. So you started off heavy when you were young, right?
Heavy.
Yeah.
Well, puberty caused me to gain a lot of weight. I was always the biggest kid from middle school on. And I think I graduated school at high school at like 260 pounds. And
how tall are you?
5'4".
Okay.
So a little shorty.
Yeah.
And I have something called polycystic ovaries. So I was always very thin-legged, but had just a big belly. Everything was in my belly. So at my heaviest weight, I was 301.5 pounds.
Oh, 301.5.
Yes.
So how did that affect, like, growing up? I mean, did it run in your family, you know, sometimes?
Yes, I believe most of my family is polycystic ovaries, and we all big eaters.
Yeah.
Fluffy, you know, that kind of thing. You're not fat, you're fluffy.
Yeah.
And very comfortable and happy, pleasantly plump.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Fluffy. I like that word.
Yes.
So what was it like growing up heavy?
I have a personality on me, so luckily I've always had great friends. Boyfriends were tough, but I've always had great friend groups and just kind of moseyed along, and people accepted me for my personality, but, you know, uncomfortable in clothing, uncomfortable in the summer. Yeah. A lot of things changed as far as how I feel about myself that I didn't even realize till I lost weight. I always felt pretty confident and happy and didn't even realize till I lost weight how amazing I could feel in a healthy frame.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. That's, again, we should all embrace who we are.
Yes, yes.
Again, no matter the size. Unfortunately, society dictates what is beautiful and
Yes.
what isn't, and what's accepted and what isn't. And, I love now that there's so much out there on social media. Like, I love TikTok. And I don't know if you look at TikTok, if you watch TikTok videos, but people put it all out there.
Yes.
And all sizes, whether you're super skinny or you're super heavy or you have any kind of disability or whatever, people are sharing this. And for me, I think it's wonderful. I think it's an education for people. It sensitizes people, I guess is the right word, right? To there's differences out there, and we're all beautiful. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm more of an Instagrammer myself, and one of my tools to keep myself motivated and in the mojo of health and fitness and being positive about my body, because losing 160 pounds, I have loose skin, and I'm able to see other people embrace their loose skin and facial deformities and burns and be rock stars and have hundreds of thousands of followers, and it is truly amazing and inspirational.
Totally inspirational. I mean, totally inspirational. When I first met you after you lost the weight, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And again, I just fell in love with you. You're very spiritual. And I believe I connected to you on that.
Ma'am.
Yeah, on that realm. But you're so kind. You lift people up. And there's not enough people that lift people up. In fact, you posted a video, and I have to talk about it.
Please do, yes,
and it's
thank
not
you.
I didn't prepare that, but I was listening to your video you just shared, because you share so many inspirational posts, videos, written posts, and I follow you obviously on Facebook.
Thank
We're
you
friends,
so
but
much for that. Yeah.
but I follow you, and and that's why I invited you to be here. I just love the inspiration that you provide for people. So this post that you just put up, the video, is something that I can relate to big time, and I think a lot of people can relate to. Tell us about it.
So,
And what inspired you to put that post up?
actually, this show did, because I'm nervous about it, and I didn't have anybody. My significant other is wonderful and supportive. My friends are. My clients are very supportive, but I still long for this supportive connection with my family and longtime friends. But I almost feel like I couldn't, anything I do now is bragging, because I've become a different person. So, it was just a longing to share it with them. And I was expressing my emotions through the video and how I process recovering from my sadness and accepting things how they are and staying in my personal power and accepting, negative emotions that may come from things we can't do anything about, because it is what it is.
There you go. Or it is what it fucking is.
Yes,
Oops.
yes, absolutely.
It is what it fucking is. That will have to be bleeped. So in this post that you put out there, you talk about family and friends and how they're not the most supportive of you and your journeys and your adventures. I can relate to that. I could totally, and I think a lot of people can relate. Like my books, I don't think a lot of people very close to me have read my books. Yeah, and I mean, why not?
Right.
I know that they knew a lot about my story, but why didn't they? Or even close friends. How come? And I love them to pieces. It doesn't mean I don't love them any less. But why not? Why didn't they take the time where complete strangers, like you say, will support you? Complete strangers have reached out to me with the most beautiful messages and the most, heartfelt, and they love my books. Whether I don't care if you like them or you don't like them,
Right.
Just the fact that they read them,
Right.
means so much to me. So that post, that you shared, that was just. I was driving here actually, listening to it.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I had a smile on my face, like, yeah, I can relate to that. You say it like it is. You just speak from your heart.
Right. I believe in my life coaching and in my personal life, I want to just be authentic, and that's I believe what the mission of life is.
Yes.
To be authentic and to be of service to others. And I I feel like that's what's relatable to people, is they could, anybody can tell you what to do, or a formula of how to process things, but to understand that the person you're getting advice from has been through these emotions before, and to see them work through those emotions is a beautiful connecting thing. And even though friends and family may not see us as we are now, because their perspective is the history they have with us, we don't have to hold our value in our past history and what our history is with family and how they see us. That's not the now moment. That's not the power moment. So I want to help process in myself and help other people process that. Even though we have these emotions, we don't have to dwell in them, and we can move on and understand them, accept people for how they are, still love them as they are, still accept whatever it is they give to us. And one of the things I said in the post was, there's some friends and family that I can only talk about the weather with. Yes. And that seemed very relatable to people in that post. Yes. And it's not to be a victim, like, oh, poor me, I wish it was deeper, and they should see me this way, or they should see me that way. Right. I believe should is a cuss word. And it's a judgment. And it's like bossy.
Expectations.
It's expectations. Yeah. And we could just be free to be ourselves and rise to the occasion and shine no matter what anybody else thinks. And the feelings of regret that family and friends may not see us how we want is kind of an insecurity. We're looking to them for something. And while we could wish it was a different way, their opinion isn't going to change who we really are. And it's empowering to just go through those emotions and accept it as it is.
Yeah. And I always say, no expectations.
No expectations.
Then you're not disappointed.
And being everything for yourself. Like, it was about cheerleading, too. In my massage career, in my artistry, and in my life coaching, my personality, I've always felt like kind of a weirdo to most people who know me on a day-to-day basis. So I have to be self-propelled, otherwise I'd be conforming to what I'm not.
See, I can relate to that. Something my mother always says to me, she says, how did you turn out so crazy? So what my response is, how did you turn out so boring?
Oh, that's perfect.
Because I don't think I'm crazy. I'm fun-loving, free-spirited. Thank you. And again, I know what she means. She doesn't mean anything bad by it, but I'm different. Like, I call myself almost like the black sheep of the family, but not in a bad way, in a good way.
I call it the white sheep.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah. And
how about be the pink sheep or
something? Right, the pink sheep. Perfect. I wore this pink for you.
I love it.
I picked it out just for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I forgot what I was going to say, but
about being different, so basically
I was always called too sensitive. Oh, Katie, you're too sensitive, or you're too much. And it made me, it was a protective. I can look back at it now and see that they were trying to be protective so that I wouldn't be viewed a certain way, so that I would be fitting into society. Right. And I still was too much and just kept being too much. And despite it, and there was years of my life where I would feel like kind of a victim energy about them thinking I'm too much. Now I could see it as they were just trying to protect me, and I may be too much for them. But there's a great big world out there that I'm just right for.
Yes, lots and lots of people that welcome you, welcome your energy, and they don't perceive what other perceive a weirdness. They don't perceive it as, they love it, they embrace it.
Right.
And I find that with myself also.
And just like you, we both can be of service, which is one of the greatest blessings of a lifetime, is to be able to help other people. And if we were just the normal types, we might not be able to help as many people embrace their own unique qualities. Yeah. And who knows, pretty soon we could be just in a world full of weirdos and crazies,
I love it.
I love it too.
I love how you think. I love how you think.
Thank
because
you.
I can relate to it. And you say it like it is.
Right.
Because it is what it is.
It is what it is. Exactly.
I love it. Let me ask you one more question, then we're going to go to commercial break. When you were heavy, I know that, you were heavy you got married, you had a child, and I know that when you first started, after talking to you, when you first started to lose the weight was once you graduated from massage
Yes.
school, right? Did anybody treat you differently being heavy?
That's another thing where I didn't recognize the difference until I'd lost weight. I was pretty unnoticeable before, to be honest with you, where I don't feel like I was picked on, but after I lost weight, and it may be, I tried very hard not to be bitter about getting more attention as a smaller framed person, because it could very well be the energy I was putting off. I was maybe hiding behind my weight. So I think it was a confidence thing more than body shaming or people just dismissing me outright. But
it could be.
I feel like I just get more attention now, and not so much that I got negative attention then as no attention then.
Right, but you put yourself out there now.
Right, absolutely.
So the attention is automatically going to, come your way.
Absolutely. And I've always just, even when I was heavy, but even more so now, being that I feel weird sometimes, I'm extra weird to overcome it, like some people try to be on their best behavior. I just maybe go a little farther than I should just to break the ice, and here I am.
Yeah, that's why we get along.
Yes, exactly.
Because I'm the same.
Pink and sparkly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to come right back after this commercial break.
Wonderful.
So don't go anywhere, everyone. We have lots more with Katie. We'll be right back.
Do you or a loved one need the care of a nursing home? A vibrant community to call home where there are healthcare professionals available 24/7? Candlewood Valley Health and Rehabilitation, located in New Milford, Connecticut, has been offering award-winning care for over 40 years. Whether you are rehabilitating from a cardiac procedure or hip replacement, or seeking a place for your loved one to live where he or she can receive top-notch health care, our team is at the ready. We also accept veteran benefits and offer a special secure memory care unit for residents with Alzheimer's or cognitive-related conditions. Call us at 860-355-0971. Candlewood Valley Health and Rehabilitation, a place to heal and thrive.
Welcome to Sunday Dinner with Chef Clemente. This is all new show about family cooking, Sunday dinner, things we did as a child, bringing back some memories and some tradition. This is how this dish was born. I'm going to show you that in just a couple of minutes. So, the trick with the meatballs too, when you fry them, you don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. To drizzle, not too much of olive oil, right on top of that fish. So, a little flour. A little egg, Cella Luna, met somebody, everybody drink some wine. Everything's still going. Pass them around, everybody eat a little bit. Come on, we gotta dance. Oh my God! Get together, go visit your mother, your sister, your cousin, bring some pastry, some food, get together, eat, drink, be happy. Who wants some linguine, clams, and pastry?
TLC Senior Living Services. TLC's compassionate senior living specialists will assist you and your loved ones as you navigate these next steps in senior living. With years of experience in this industry, they know what to look for, and they know the questions to ask. TLC Senior Living Services will help find the most suitable living situation, will help find additional financial resources, and assist with the entire process. Cindy Seville, owner and founder, treats her clients with TLC. Yes, tender love and care. After working for various assisted living communities, Cindy decided to offer her wealth of knowledge to all seniors and their families. Cindy takes her time with you. She listens to you. She helps take the confusion out of your search and treats each and every client like family. Make TLC Senior Living Services your first call. Find out more at tlcseniorlivingservices.com.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is with Cindy Seville and Katie Thayer. So Katie, more questions for you.
Wonderful. I'm ready.
So you lost 160 pounds in 15 months.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Like how?
Approximately.
How?
So
First of all, did you go anywhere to do this, or you did this on your own?
I went to the gym for 6 months and nothing happened because I just started eating healthy food but didn't realize how many calories were in the healthy food. So I was eating like 2,000 calories worth of trail mix thinking, why aren't I losing weight?
Well, they say salads. Like you go to a salad bar, there's a lot of calories in a salad
dressings.
bar. You don't realize you're putting all this healthy stuff. There's cheese. It gets fattening. You know?
There's a Budweiser commercial that that we salute you, Mr. 5,000 calorie taco salad maker.
Oh my God, I love it.
I loved it too because I could relate to it because a salad can very easily be 2 days worth of food.
Yes. So how did you do it?
So after going to the gym and realizing that fitness wasn't going to be the way out of losing weight, it's more just part of a healthy lifestyle, I started counting calories and figuring out what worked for me that would keep me satisfied because I didn't want to be hungry and feel deprived. I wanted to be empowered. I wanted to stick with it. I wanted it to be a lifestyle change. So I played back and forth with different food groupings and just realized how to eat lean meats, high nutrient dense, filling, delicious food, how to incorporate spices and make food taste really good that was really filling without going over the calories that would keep me at a certain weight.
So what inspired you to do all this? Because going from being over, say 300 pounds, right?
Right.
To all of a sudden, you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose the weight. And it wasn't like it all came off. It came off fast. That's a lot of weight to lose.
And
you did it yourself.
Yes.
Most people go to, Weight Watchers or, they do Nutrisystem or whatever. They do a plan, but you did this on your own.
So I became a massage therapist and I was that 300 pounds when I graduated, and I was never a good student in high school, but in massage, I only got 1 grade under a 90 and I argued it up to keep my GPA.
I love
and
it.
I studied my little tush off. I had stacks and stacks of cue cards and I just really wanted to be successful. That and massage therapy is my first experience in my life up to that point that really put me in tune with my body.
Oh, wow.
And I began to know it for the first time, and it just came naturally to want to be healthy now that I knew my body, and I wanted to be successful and embody the health and wellness of my new career.
Right. So you mentioned to me previously that you thought about how people would perceive you, your clients would perceive you as you go to give them a massage. That was part of your thinking when you thought, geez, I better get myself healthy. It was more healthy, right?
Yes.
Than it was about your appearance.
Yes. And reality is perception is a big name in the game when you're a professional and you're in your own business. And I wanted to be perceived as healthy, and they would be right to think I was unhealthy because at that heavy a weight, eventually I would have had health problems. I was probably pre-diabetic, and I wanted to look the part of, I wanted to look more like a yoga instructor than a mommy who had been heavy her whole life,
Yeah, yeah. So you did something interesting also, which I love when you told me. You had a candy bar every single night.
Yes.
That's awesome. I have a sweet tooth, and that's something hard for me to give up, are sweets. But
why give it up?
Well, that's
just incorporate it in. So everybody who knows me, it's kind of a running joke about me and chocolate, and I was determined to incorporate this candy bar every day. And every day of my 160-pound weight loss, I earned and incorporated a chocolate bar. Usually a Hershey bar with almonds, and I slowly ate it. And
let it melt in your teeth, right? And suck it off your teeth, right?
I heard even Suzanne Summers gives herself a Hershey Kiss or two, and she just puts them in the freezer. And those little life hacks, because we don't want to be deprived in life and feel like we're in prison. So I gave myself a candy bar every day, and I have maintained this weight loss for a while, like.
How many years?
Probably a decade, I think.
Wow. So you were married at the time that you were heavy, and then were you still married when you started losing the weight?
Yes.
Okay.
And my husband was very supportive and a very nice man.
And loved you as you were.
As I was, and supported me through the whole weight loss process. I was in the gym 3 hours a night, and you know, I was able to do that because of that support. And though we're not together still, I really appreciate that support.
Right, right. You know, it's funny because I got divorced 10 years ago, and I had gone on this major weight loss program, and I lost a lot of weight, and I was the skinniest. And I say skinny, I was a little too skinny, you know, I lost too much.
Yeah.
But it empowered me. I felt better about myself because I was healthier. You know, I can move easier. And, you know, I think it helped give me that strength, you know, because I believed more in myself.
Right.
And that strength to do something for myself, which was divorce him, which I needed to do.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were in court, and the other attorney said, "Oh," and he showed a picture of me heavier, and then he showed a picture of me now. And he says, "What do you see?" I said, "I see me before my weight loss, and I see me after my weight loss." And I said, "I don't understand this line of questioning."
Right.
And he said, "Well, you totally changed." And
Exactly.
and I said, "You know, I didn't change as a person, but I gained my inner strength because I gained my confidence. I felt better."
You revealed yourself.
Yes, I felt better about myself, you know? And it was funny that came up, you know, that weight loss. No, weight loss had nothing to do with my marriage, but it had everything to do with the strength to get out of it, you know, because I believed in myself. I focused on myself. And that's the other thing, like I talk about, focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority is key, is crucial, you know, to success, you know, and loving yourself. You talk about self-love, and, you know, tell us a little bit about self-love, because I know you do life coaching. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next segment, but there's something you told me, self-talk.
Right.
Tell us about
But some people call it positive affirmations, but really the person we talk to most in this lifetime is ourselves, and we're constantly talking to ourselves. And with my life coaching, I want to make people aware of their self-talk and control it and use it energetically to manifest positive emotion and positive energy in their life and how they feel about themselves. And also exude an air that attracts like energy to them, because when we're all walking around in self-negative talk, we don't even realize we're attracting all this negative into our life. And it's depressing, but it doesn't have to be, and we can control it with tools and techniques that I offer people, and one of the most powerful is positive self-talk. I think we should be our own, treat ourselves as if we're our own lover, you know, our own, in a relationship with ourselves, be super good to ourselves. And then not only are we being great to ourselves, it also matters less how other people are being to us, because we have it in ourselves. It takes the burden off of the expectations we have with other people, and it lets things flow more naturally, and we're happy because we're providing what we need, and we're really the only ones individually that know what we truly need.
No, you're right. Self-love is everything. About a year, almost 2 years now, but at least a year and a half ago, I decided time to focus on me. I was all about doing for everybody else. I mentioned this on another show. It was okay if everybody got and I didn't, you know, because as long as everybody, but that's not the right way to be. I deserve everything too, you know.
We all do. And everybody else.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Me first. No, I'm just
You know, though, I am my priority now. My kids, of course, but I am my priority. And like, I went out and I bought myself this diamond ring. Don't mind these crazy nails.
I love those nails.
They're fun.
They're
Vacation
really
nails.
They match that dress perfectly.
You know what? They match everything. But I went out and I bought myself this diamond ring. And people think I'm married. And I say, no, I married myself. I married myself because I did something to make myself feel good. And every time I look at this ring, oh my God, I feel so happy. Like, I did this for myself, you know, and we need to make ourselves a priority. And, you know, making yourself a priority doors open, not waiting for anybody. I tell people, don't wait for anybody else.
Right.
Do what you want to do. You can do it. You know, I went out, I remember I went out to this this party in New York, and this is how I ended up on the show. Because I went to this party in New York by myself. My friend bailed on me.
Oh.
And yeah, you know, and New York is a lot.
Imagine if you stayed home because your friend bailed.
I would never be here today. I would, because the way things happen, you know, I mean, one thing leads to another. This door opens and then all of a sudden 3 more doors open, and I never would be here today. So, you know, believe in yourself, I tell people. So that self-talk, you're right. It meant, you know, when you told me that, I could totally relate to that also. You have to tell yourself good things. You have to believe good things. And when you put good things out to the universe, good things happen.
I call it sacred selfishness because
Ooh, I like
it's
that.
not benefiting anybody to
Right.
put others before yourself because
Right.
you're less. You have less to offer.
Yeah.
The more you give to yourself, the more you have to give.
Yes.
And that's why it's sacred. It's like
Yes.
kind of another little life hack, like how to keep your well full so that you could feed others your water.
Yeah, I love that.
Me
See
too.
how poetic you are? You crack me up. But you are so poetic.
Oh,
you know,
thank
the way
you.
it comes out, and again, I look at all everybody, you need to follow her. You need to follow her on Facebook, on Instagram. I mean,
please.
truly, you know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, and if you're not, find me on Facebook, friend me. But you need to follow this beautiful woman because, I mean, anybody can relate to your post to some degree. You
Thank
know,
you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. It's the truth, and that's why I wanted you on here. You know, it's not just about weight loss. I mean, what you did is amazing. The other thing you do is you mentioned your loose skin,
Right.
and you proudly put yourself out there, and I love that. Like
That
I love
is
that.
very new.
Oh, is it
And
new?
I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it because
I'm proud of you too.
I felt like a fraud the past however many years of my weight loss
Right.
because I would
'Cause you
hide
hid
it
it.
all up. I cinched it all in. I was wearing
Yeah.
4 compression undergarments
Oh,
every day,
wow.
and people would hug me and they would be like, I can't even believe you've ever been heavy. Well,
Yeah.
because I might as well been duct taped. I was so cinched in with
Wow.
undergarments. And this
Wow.
year, for the first time, it's my first summer sunbathing nude, being
I
in
love
my
it.
hot tub nude, being in bathing suits. I was wearing bathing suits and undergarments, and
Oh
now
my
I'm just letting
God.
it be. I was always sucking in, and
Yeah.
now I'm just more comfortable, and I realize that my loose skin is a trophy of what I've done, and it's just as beautiful
Yes.
as any other part of my body.
Yes. I always say scars tell stories. and-
Yes.
right? And anything on our body that's like that is you know, look, you remember, you know, all
Right.
the work that you did for yourself. You know, it's a good memory. You know, are you going to, and we only have about 44 seconds left until the next segment, but do you think you'll ever remove the skin?
I started off this year trying to lose weight to prepare for skin removal surgery, and then fell so in love with my skin. I'm going to keep it until I change my mind and use that as a tool to help people in my life coaching that we can be totally in love with life and ourselves even with a belly full of loose skin.
I love it. I love it.
Me too.
Listen, we embrace ourselves. We love
Yes,
ourselves. This
ma'am.
is the gift God gave us.
Absolutely.
You know, it's the packaging, and we're beautiful.
Both of us, yes,
we sure are. Everyone is. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More from Katie after this commercial break.
Silvermine at Home, a Connecticut-based non-medical home care agency servicing Connecticut and parts of New York. Silvermine caters to their clients' needs while offering peace of mind to their families so their loved one can age in place and live their best life possible. Call today to see how they can make a difference in you or your loved one's life. Our family caring for yours. Visit silvermineathome.com or call 203-228-5007. Do you or a loved one need the care of a nursing home? A vibrant community to call home where there are healthcare professionals available 24/7? Candlewood Valley Health and Rehabilitation, located in New Milford, Connecticut, has been offering award-winning care for over 40 years. Whether you are rehabilitating from a cardiac procedure or hip replacement, or seeking a place for your loved one to live where he or she can receive top-notch health care, our team is at the ready. We also accept veteran benefits and offer a special, secure memory care unit for residents with Alzheimer's or cognitive-related conditions. Call us at 860-355-0971. Candlewood Valley Health and Rehabilitation, a place to heal and thrive.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
This is a sexy show. Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey. The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is with Cindy Saville, and we have Katie Thayer here today as our guest. So Katie, I have some more questions for you about your career, your massage therapy and life coach. Tell us a little bit about both of those.
I have a successful massage practice in Connecticut near the casinos in Uncasville. It's called Advanced Healing Massage. And most of my clients come for therapeutic massage, pain management, and I'm very in tune with searching each muscle and knowing what to do to
Whisper, you call yourself
yes,
a muscle whisperer. I love that.
I feel guided in my massage, actually. Like, the muscles speak to me. That's why I call myself I don't think I'm whispering to the muscles. I think they're whispering to me what to do for them, and it's really
So you're
kinda
very
cool.
in tune.
Yes.
That's amazing. So you feel like you can actually, like I say, I can feel people's pain. I can even feel animals' pain. I know it may sound crazy, but I can. And and you can feel like you know what people need. I mean,
Yes.
yeah. You start, what is it? Once you start massaging, you start feeling, is that when?
People actually face up with an energetic connection, and I just search every muscle, and as I'm flowing with the music and they're relaxing, and every muscle is its own entity, and every, like, this arm is going to be massaged differently than this arm, and all through the whole body. I'm just searching each particular muscle in a way that feels good firmly until I find things that need to be worked on, and then I just know what to do for them.
That's amazing. And then you said something interesting about, you know, when one muscle hurts, it could be an opposite muscle causing the pain. Is
well,
that it? Or
I would love to teach, and I do teach my clients, every muscle has an opposite working muscle. So pretty much a lot of muscular pain is when one of the muscles is overworked and its opposing muscle is underworked. So there's ways to strengthen it and move it, massage it, speak to it, and give it compliments and adjust. And if a lot of people were trained that way, like if we taught kindergartners how every muscle has an opposite and how to balance them, there'd be a lot less pain in the world.
I can use your services.
Anytime. I'm here for you.
I'm coming. I might have to win this.
I think you should win it.
What about your coaching, your life coaching? How did you get involved in that, and when did you get involved in that?
Well, I've always wanted to, but never felt like I was ready. Like I always felt not necessarily not good enough, but I had too much of my own stuff to work on before I could teach other people.
Right.
And I feel like this year I finally got it right by embracing my loose skin and really accepting myself.
And accepting yourself for who you are,
and
loving yourself.
ditching those insecurities, recognizing them and ditching them. And now I can take the tools I used on myself and gift them to other people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. something that you learned from one of the guests that we had on our show, which I love.
I love her,
Right?
Gail King.
Yes, Gail King is incredible woman, so inspirational, such a survivor and such a story. And tell us what you learned from her, what you took from that show. Because,
I took it and I gifted it to somebody already, and they were like, "Wow, that's
I love it.
that could work for me." Yeah. She spoke about negative talk, self-talk. When she hears herself, she says the words cancel.
Yeah.
And cancel, when I gifted that word to other people, they were like, yeah, that's a perfect word, because it's almost like a direct order to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I use the word because I think of negative self-talk as like little minions chatting away in my head, negative energy. So I call it chatter. So when I hear, because of Gail's advice, when I hear myself say something that's an ego-based or fear-based, insecurity-based thought, I call it chatter and just ditch it.
I love it.
It really works. It's so crazy how easy and simple it is once the switch is flipped.
You identify it. That's the thing, is
Right.
you identify it, and then you have an action.
Exactly.
And you can laugh it off. Like, I do the same thing. You know, if I get lost in my negative thoughts, which I try not to have, but every so often they do creep, because I'm pretty happy and positive. And again, it is what it is. And, you know, that's my attitude in life. It is what it is. That's how I came up with my book, just dealing with BS in my life when I was going through breast cancer. How do I get through it? Shrug your shoulders and keep moving forward. It is what it is.
And your thoughts are not you. You are not your thoughts. We are the observer of our thoughts. So a lot of people may not know that, and to really know it, and embody it. I mean, we know information all the time, but to really know it and practice it on a daily basis is really super empowering.
Right. No, it definitely is. Can you give advice? Or if you were to give people advice, the viewers advice, on how to better love themselves and how to, just how to better love themselves? I guess that's the best way to ask it.
My number one thing, especially if you have a child, you know how to do it. Treat yourself as you would want your child to treat yourself. We all love people. How do you want them to be treated? Treat yourself that way, and then honor our instincts and what resonates with us. So, and gather the tools of what resonates with us and use them and practice it on a daily basis, and carry around that little imaginary toolbox of tips that resonate with us. And it's just all we need. It's really all we need for success. Right.
No, that's excellent advice. Now, what about, like weight loss? Weight loss for me has always been a struggle. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Now I'm back on. And it's funny because I'm using some of your philosophy. Actually, you're going to laugh. I had a dream last night, and it was of me wiggling my butt. with a little tiny bikini on. And I have a Spanish butt. My mother's butt, I'm half Spanish, Argentinian, and I say it landed there.
The perfect.
I'm jealous. Spanish, and it's like, everybody wants it. It's the funniest thing. My daughter wants it. But I guess I had this dream last night, and I thought of you. I woke up and I thought of you. And I remember the dream, and I thought of you, because I thought, I'm envisioning myself the way I want to be.
Right.
And
so powerful.
Yeah, it really is. And I was laughing in the dream and wiggling my ass, and then what I've been doing the last few days is eating healthy. And again, I'm thinking of your words. I really am thinking of your words. And I'm not, I've been on these crash diets. I've been on these like ridiculous, very limiting plans. And I want to lose the rest of my weight. Like, I have been on quite a journey from the breast cancer. I had 8 major breast surgeries, and I had my knees replaced, both knees, a double knee replacement. And so, I was sedentary for a lot of those years, and the weight crept up here and there. And again, my focus was get through the health issues, and then I'm going to focus on me. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm focusing on me. Perfect. And I've lost some weight. I have more to lose, but then you get a little comfortable, because I love who I am. I love myself.
Food is delicious.
Oh my God, I love food. I love food. Food doesn't like me that much, but I love food. But you're right. You find better ways, of eating delicious food, healthy food. But I'm not, the way I'm addressing it now, the way I'm going about it is I'm eating healthy. I'm watching better choices. Again, I loved our conversation because I'm using this, in my own everyday, eating and living, habits. But it's actually fun. It's fun because went to the supermarket and I bought healthy foods. And, I came back home, my daughter's like, she opens the fridge, Mommy, there's nothing to eat. I said, oh, there is. Check it out. I bought you pastrami. I can have pastrami, right? And instead of bread, I used lettuce.
Yum.
And as a sandwich, it was delicious. Crunchy, the romaine, it was crunchy.
And the spicy mustard
I put the mustard in the
calories,
and I did put a little mayonnaise, but very little.
Yeah.
But I put them, and it was delicious. And you know what? It fills you up. And I felt good about myself. So that's the approach I'm taking now. And
that's actually crazy because it's the approach I would give. I would advise people to not diet until there's love there. And to start,
self-love.
the first steps are treating yourself really well. And any diet will work.
Yes.
But it should be something you could sustain that is a permanent lifestyle change.
That's what it has to be, a permanent lifestyle change.
It's just going to be who you are now,
Yes.
and you got to enjoy your life. That's one of the major points of living.
Exactly.
So finding ways to enjoy the food is the best diet advice. Treating yourself well is part of enjoying your food.
And then maintaining it.
Yes.
That's part of the whole maintenance. If you can change your lifestyle and enjoy that lifestyle, make it, appealing, you're going to stick with it. If you do those crash diets, everybody goes off of them at some point.
Right.
You can't sustain yourself.
If it doesn't make you happy, you will not keep it.
Exactly. Well, I would love for you to tell everybody, because we are going to have some final thoughts.
Okay.
And I would love for you to tell everybody how to find you.
I'm not big technology person, but I'm on Facebook and Instagram and have websites for both Advanced Healing Massage and Kathleen Thayer, Personal Empowerment Life Coach. And I have an Instagram for my wood burning, that's Crossbow Burns.
Love it. I love it. Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
follow me. I really appreciate it.
Please follow her. She is so inspirational. You have no idea. You'll see once you click on. You're going to get a lot of friend requests.
Hey, thank you so much. Makes me feel good.
Oh, well, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having
Thank you for
me.
all the inspiration.
You're so lovely. You're an inspiration.
Thank you. Keep doing you, because you're
You
beautiful.
too.
You're beautiful inside and out. Whether you have, listen, whether you were 300 pounds or you're 145 pounds, whether you have, taut skin or loose skin, it doesn't really matter. You're just a beautiful person. You give a lot of love.
You too.
So,
thank you so
thank
much.
you. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, we're going to go with my final thoughts here. So, I have this topic means a lot to me. I actually, in my book, It Is What It Is. I wrote this article quite a few years ago. I used to own a tanning salon, and I had that from 2013 to 2016, 4 full years, and I loved it. And I spray tan people. I still spray tan people. So I see people in their tighty whities, or their thongs, every single day. I still spray tan men and women of all ages. And everybody makes excuses for their bodies. And I'm guilty of it too. Shame on me. But they all make excuses, and I got tired of it. So this was probably it was before I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was diagnosed in May of 2015. So this was just prior that I wrote this article. I hung it in every single tanning room. And I hung it in the bathroom, and I hung it in the spray tan rooms, and, so everywhere so people could see. And I wrote this in 20 minutes before I went in that morning, because it just bothered me. And so it's called Bodies Are Beautiful. So I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to read this to you. Bodies are beautiful. And remember, I wrote this back in 2014, 2015. Bodies are my palette. I don't see flaws. I see beauty when I see a bare-skinned body in my shop. Male, female, old, young, heavy, thin, tall, short, dark, light, tattoos, piercings. It's a body before me, and I approach it as an artist, ready to apply my finishing touches. Years ago, when I was at my thinnest, I recall being on the beach with my first child. A news reporter was roaming the beach asking thin patrons this particular question: should heavy women wear bikinis? Why would this be newsworthy? What a ridiculous question. I tried to reach out to the reporter, but I wasn't able to catch him in time. Despite being thin at that time, my weight had been a constant struggle over the years, and it continues to be. I wanted to tell him I was in a bikini when I was heavy, I was in a bikini when I was pregnant, and I was in a bikini at that very moment. And most importantly, I wanted to tell him that everyone is beautiful. Fast forward to today, I own a tanning salon and boutique where I offer handheld organic spray tans to women of all ages and sizes. And it's actually men and women. 2 years ago, I never would have thought I'd be in the business. 2 years ago, I never envisioned myself an artist who would work with the human body. 2 years ago, I never thought I'd make such a positive impact on someone's self-esteem by helping to make them feel good about themselves. 2 years ago, I felt the same way about bodies as I do today, but my spray tanning experiences have only solidified my beliefs. Most women I spray tan are timid at first, trying to hide their bodies from me or making excuses for their perceived imperfections. Society unfairly imposes the notion of perfection. During the course of the past 2 years, I can safely say that I've seen hundreds and hundreds of bare-skin bodies, and fast forward to today, thousands of bare-skin bodies. I have seen every single angle possible of every single body before me. The markings on our bodies that come, that some may perceive as flaws, in fact, tell a story, our own individual story. Strength, survival, whatever your story, it's yours and one you should be proud of. One of the many incidents that warmed my heart was when one woman, nervous woman, stopped me during the spray tan application to tell me something. I was concerned and I asked her if she was okay. Her response was, "I just have to tell you, you made me feel so comfortable. Thank you." Recently, songs are promoting body positive image. It's about time. Models come in all sizes now. Finally, out of all the bodies I have spray tan, I can confidently report that the norm is not anorexic as portrayed in the media. I am now considered an expert in my field, so listen as I tell you something very important, and please spread the word. What is perfect? I'll tell you what is perfect. You. You are perfect, just as you are. So take that with you. Remember that you are beautiful, you are perfect, bodies are beautiful, embrace yourself, love yourself, and I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, 7 p.m. every Thursday, Strong Island Television. And remember, comment, like, and share if you want to win these fabulous giveaways. I'll see you next week.
Live your life like a dreamer. Fly all over the world. Open yourself so the world can see. You're a beautiful pearl. Live your day like you mean it. And don't forget who you are. You're free to go